All right, all right, all right. I'm Justin Velasco, and you're watching Field Dreams Club live. I may look homeless, not gonna lie. I've been looking like that for a while, but I feel like I like being like down. I like being like comfortable, and I'm still trying to figure out my hair out. So my hair looks a little wonky, but still trying to figure it out. I'm not sure if I should grow it or we'll see. We'll see what the future holds for us, man. But today is about Jesus. I want to talk about Jesus. I want to talk about God. Obviously I'm on the I made this Christian channel, this Christian brand, whatever you want to call it, and I truly believe in God. I just want to hop on here because maybe someone has questions out there, and maybe I could help. I don't want no arguments. If you're willing to have a conversation, actual conversation, then just let me know. We'll just talk it out. I'm not sure if the audio is good. I'm gonna test it out real quick from my phone, so I may pause the audio for a little bit. But if you're in here, just let me know in the chat, um, and say you're here, because I don't want to be talking to myself the whole time. I'm just gonna check out the audio, see if the audio is all right. Um, so I may pause the audio for a little bit. But if you're in here, just let me know in the chat. Yeah, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. So. Let me know if you're here. I'm just gonna be talking about God, talking about Jesus, and no one's in here. I'm gonna talk about him either way. Um, I just want to say that I I've actually did a collab a little bit, if you want to say. I did a collab with Richard Lorenzo a little bit. I guess I'm not sure you call him famous, but he's a well-known Christian YouTuber. He preaches in the streets, he evangelizes, and I'm still new to the Christian world, and I do feel sad sometimes because I don't know as much about the Bible as a lot of people should like know. Like there's people who became a Christian like a year ago, and they know way more than me. I was a Christian for I've been a Christian for like 2 or 3 years. There's no excuse, I have to keep pushing, keep rolling, keep reading the Bible, keep spreading the message, and because if I'm just preaching out here without any verses or anything, any scripture, I'm just preaching my own philosophy, I guess. So I want to get better at that. Um, but yeah, like I said, if I'm just here just to talk about Jesus, talk about God, and maybe any question you guys may have. I'm gonna think about some on the spot right now, while we wait for people to come on. If they do come on, if not, like I said, I'm still gonna talk about them. I want to do these maybe like weekly, like once a week. No, not week. Yeah, I guess that's the word. I don't know, but do this once a week. Just talk about God, and just see where everybody's at, see where I'm at, and just preach about God, about Jesus. I feel like people nowadays they say they're Christian, but they don't really act like it. And what does it mean to act like a Christian? First a Christian is a follower of Jesus, so if you're a follower of Jesus, if you're a follower of Jesus of Christ, then you're a Christian just by definition, um but I don't like it's not a religion, it's a relationship with God, a relationship with Jesus. And reading the Bible is a part of that. um to me, I'm still new to Christianity, but I do know that um, people say but people wrote the Bible, yeah, but they were like they they were getting like messages from God, and then they just started writing the Bible and all that. So that's how I understand it of it being made. Um, but I'm usually an expert at like the mental stuff, I'm not gonna you guys may see a TikTok guy. You may have seen him. It's like his name's like Mike something. I was just on his TikTok. He's like an atheist or whatever, or just a scientific person, whatever. I was just on it, but it was at the wrong time. I was getting stuff for my job, from my work truck, and coming at the wrong time. He didn't stumble me. I was just grabbing my stuff from the van while I was talking to this guy. So I was pausing, and it looked kind of horrible on my end. I'm not gonna lie, but we're gonna bounce back and we're gonna come back. Um, so yeah, that was that. If you guys see a clip of me, then you know. But back to I got off topic. I did a collab with Richard Lorenzo, actually, kind of, if you want to call it that. I was on his Zoom. Usually think does this every Thursday or Friday. and he just talks about God. He talks about, you know, talk to people. He talks to people. I think every Thursday or Friday, and I was in one of those Zoom meetings. It was my first time in that Zoom meeting, and he actually talked to me. Um, I'm gonna put out that video soon. I'm not sure when, but I don't do nothing for clout, like I don't make money. I made $0 from this channel. I made $50 from my personal channel, Justin Velasco, which was on Instagram. And that's the only amount of money I've made ever in my entire life online on the YouTube or Instagram or any social. So people want to say I'm doing this for clout. That's wrong. The way this channel came about was I have no idea how it even blew up. But I guess it caught the right people at the right time. But I still don't make money from this. There's so many opportunities. This has been so many times. There's still so many times I can make money from this, but I just don't. Um, and I feel like if people wanna, I don't know. Oh, but I'm still waiting for people to come on. Let's see. I guess I fell off. You know what I'm saying? No, let me stop. But no, for real. Like I said, I'm going to still talk about God because people stumble upon this live. In the future, I want people to listen to what I have to say. Um, but people, if you're wondering how I became a Christian, I've actually didn't have like a awakening or like a once. I actually didn't have like I said, I like a testimony, I guess. I do have a testimony, but it's not like your regular testimony. Like, uh, boom, like you just start demons just start coming out of you. That never happened to me. It wasn't like an instant, like, oh, it's Jesus. It was actually a compil compilation. It was actually like a merge of events that happened. And one of them was one of my parents were actually hospitalized because they were working on their car and the car fell on them and you know he picked the car up and this car weighs about like I'm not sure how many pounds but it weighs a lot and for from one of my parents to do that it was actually very I guess cool. I guess I want to say cool but it was actually very scary. It was scary because as a kid I didn't know. First of all, I didn't know if that parent was gonna be alive still, and they didn't tell me till I got to the hospital, and I started bawling my eyes out. And then I didn't even believe in God right there. But if you look at the story on how that accident happened, it's very weird because the truck fell on my parent, and ambulance just comes right after, and it has so happened the ambulance was just happened to be by there, it just happened to drive by, so this God sent the God was who was working his he was doing his work. So brought to the hospital, and the doctor even said, I don't know how he's still alive after everything was happening. And I didn't know that till like after everything was all good, but it's scary. So that's that. And then like mentally, man, me mentally as a teenager, like not too long ago, maybe like 2019, 2018, maybe 2017. I'm not sure. To be honest, I had bad memory, but my mental health, my mental state wasn't good, man. I was suicidal. I ain't gonna lie, I was suicidal, and I was in a dark place, and I would be hearing stuff. I would hear demons in my ear, just saying bad things. I'm not gonna repeat it because I don't want to put that energy out there. And ever since I came to Christ, when I came to Christ, I sat in my room and I made a song. I'm not sure. It was "Pray." That's what the song was called. And it's not a. Like, I'm not sure if it's a good song, but to me, it was a good song, and I felt the emotions and all that. And I made that song within like a couple like minutes. And after I made that song, I was like, I don't know how I knew all that, but I knew it. And that's when I kind of came to Christ, came to the realization, okay, Jesus is probably real. And then it's completely got sealed when I started to actually like read the Bible a little bit. I'm not a big reader in general. I used to be, but not anymore. I used to be a big reader, but right now I'm not a big reader. And then I started reading the Bible a little bit. I started listening to it, and I just was intrigued about it. And in high school, I actually towards the ending of high school, I was actually finding my way. I was happy and all that. So, um, and I'm not gonna reveal too much about the testimony because I want to make a big, huge, like a good video, like a good video to touch people's hearts. It's gonna be a testimony like into like like a series. Like I said, I'm not making no money off of this, so I'm not doing this for cloud, nothing like that, no money. And I just want to do it just to help people, man. Like just one person, I help. If I can help one person, it's amazing, man. Like I feel like there's a verse about that. I think, like I said, I'm not good at remembering stuff or like reading, but it's something along the lines of if you bring one soul to heaven, it's something for you, something like that. But I didn't know that verse existed. I just knew that so after, like I got the feeling, the feeling where you actually like help someone, I get Instagram. I get DMs on Instagram or any social media. I get DMs and they're like, "Man, thank you for posting this because it really helped me," And I want to be more out there now, man, because God is real, Jesus is real, and if you're not seeing it by now, then you gotta wake up, man. I don't know how to tell you, but you gotta wake up, man. Just sit and talk to God. Talk to yourself. If that helps you, talk to yourself and ask yourself questions. And you may be thinking, you may be it's like, why am I talking to myself? You're not talking to yourself. Why you gonna see? You gonna see. Once you keep doing that, God is gonna put. He's gonna talk to you, but not obviously like verbal. Maybe he will, but for me, it wasn't verbal. It was just he just inserted like things in my brain, and then I will answer my own questions. I'm like, wow, that makes sense. So I didn't really have like an actual boom, like explosion, like testimony, like right then and there. I just I had it over time, and there was one thing that happened where I think it was just a random day, and I was going home. It was like nighttime from my brother's house, and I actually drove home and I felt something in my stomach. And I didn't need to poop, I didn't need to I didn't need to poop. I didn't need to throw up or anything like that. It was a feeling like it was like a ball of light, I guess you could say, if I could describe a ball of light. And it was not, it wasn't ticklish. It was just like I don't know, I felt like a burst of light in my stomach, and I felt that for a long time. And it was a good feeling, and I was happy. I was at peace. I wasn't happy because happiness. I feel like this is my motto. I'd rather have peace than happiness. And they kind of, I guess they kind of go together. But I like peace. Like I like quietness in my brain. And I could be at a party and I don't go to parties, but if I go to like a family reunion, I could go to a family reunion and I'll be at peace. You may be seeing me like daydreaming, but I'm at peace, man. I'm loving the moment. I'm loving the moment that I'm still alive. I'm loving the moment that I'm still here. I'm still here with my eyes, with my arms, with my legs. I can still walk. I can still grab stuff. Because at any moment that could go away. And I feel like you gotta be thankful for. You gotta be thankful for that. You gotta thank God for that. And I don't get how people say, I'm thankful for this, I'm thankful for that. But how are you thankful? Like who you giving thanks to? You give thanks to yourself. Who you giving thanks to, man? It has to come from a creator, which is Jesus, but it has to come from somewhere. That's what I believe. I feel like it should come from. It has to come from where it does come from somewhere. I know that. I feel it. And I felt it. So I feel like if you're stuck right now, you may be thinking like, man, I want to believe there's a couple. I don't have any, like nothing's happened. Why is this happening to to other people? These testimonies that happen to other people, but not me. Like how come he's getting that big testimony? That's probably what you're asking, and I'm gonna give you the answer. God is trying to. Maybe you're stumbling upon this video right now, and maybe God's putting this in front of you. You just gotta look at it and actually look at it and actually listen. You gotta listen. Um, you gotta think before you speak and just listen. I guess I'm not sure. I think this is a saying, but I'm not sure how that went. But think before you speak, and or not think before. Yeah, think before you speak actually, and then just listen before you speak as well. Because that's what even in school they told me that. Just my gym teacher, I praise my gym teacher a lot in middle school because that guy had. he basically built me to how I am today a little bit, you know. Not built me, but he kind of put some little knowledge in my brain, you know. So I do to give thanks to my middle school teacher. His name was Mr. Burner. I'm not sure if that's still his name. I think he got married, but I'm not sure who got which side. But shout out to him, man. If he ever sees this video or if you come across this, thanks to that man, man. He helped me. He was my wrestling coach. He taught me a lot, and I'm very thankful for that because he taught me like about my niece. My niece was she was like a newborn. She wasn't even born yet. He was like, just be with her, and he's like, I forgot what else he said, but he was like, just be with her, speak with her, like talk to her, like actually talk to her like an actual conversation, like actual adult, and and that's what I did. I try to do that to the best of my ability. I guess I could say, but man, that man helped me a lot. Thanks to that guy, man. That was a blessing from God. He was a blessing from God. I'm not sure if he was a Christian, but God put him there to give me that information. Because God could give you anybody. It doesn't have to be a Christian. He could give you anybody. Um, and anybody and everybody has some knowledge. It's just where their knowledge is based at. Sometimes even from an atheist, you get some knowledge. Maybe not biblically, maybe not from like a maybe like understanding of God, but everybody has some knowledge. It's just they just don't know. They're just lost. I guess you could say. Um, but like I said, you may be thinking, how come he has a big testimony? How come he believes in God? Or why does like I said, God is showing you right now. Just stop and think, stop and look. Whether you're seeing a bunch of TikToks, God works in mysterious ways. Whether you're seeing a bunch of videos about God for no reason and you're not a Christian, He's trying to speak to you. He's trying to talk to you. He's trying to, he's trying to save you, Um, so just listen, man. Just listen to maybe all the videos that have been popping up, because that's how everybody is getting information now. Why wouldn't God use that? Why wouldn't God use technology and like he could use that, maybe he's not in like the system of TikTok where he's not like controlling the system like electrically and all that, but make he's given because Christians we have this thing called it's like timing, I guess, where sometimes I wouldn't post the video because I'm like I don't know, I don't want to post it, but the next day at a certain time I post it because I feel like I have to feel like I have to post it, So like right now I did this live. I never do these lives really. I think I did one live on this channel, and I did it because I felt like I needed to or I wanted to, So that's how That's how he could work through people. He could work through me, whether you're seeing this live now, whether you're seeing it in the future, whatever. Whether it's whether you see it somehow. God is trying to speak to you in that way, man. He's not obviously he doesn't have a YouTube account. He's not the owner of YouTube or he's not the owner of TikTok. He's not let me put this video here for this certain person. He's not doing that. He's speaking to someone else to get to you. And like I said, maybe this one person, maybe just say you see a TikTok video, right? That person posted at a certain time so you could see at that certain time. And like my example, sometimes I don't feel like I shouldn't post this video for some reason. And then, but the next day at a certain time, I like I'm feeling like oh, I'm posting it now for some reason. And it just and like it gets views sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't, but but maybe it's not about the views, it's about the people, it's about whether whether I say I want whether the life I save is one person, that's still a life, that's still a human being, and I'd rather have that rather than I don't know, rather than being greedy off the views or whatever. I don't know. But that's a little lesson right there, man. I mean, I'm I'm not even thinking right now. It's like was it like 9 p.m. and yeah, I'm just talking. I'm not even thinking what I'm saying next, but it's just happening. But man, I'm getting no views right now because I fell off. I ain't gonna lie. 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 But no, we're gonna get back on it. We're gonna keep posting Christian content because um, that's what it's about. That's what it's all about. I'm trying to see the live chat, but I'm not sure. Let me double check. What if the live chat's already here? What if someone's already in here, but I can't see it through my screen yet? Um, I think I got just 4 people watching. So if you're watching, drop down below in the comment that you're watching. I just want to know if you're here. I don't want to be. Oh, I think my description is all weird. I'm sorry. It says like because I used to game back in the day. That's why my like not even up to date. Makes no sense. But I used to play some video games back. Well, I still play video games, but not like as much as I did before. But let me change that real quick because that's that's a little weird. If you see Jesus in the title and then see you know a description of wrestling. Um, yeah, it looks so weird. It just makes his own wrestling promotion. It's funny. Uh, Let me see, change that real quick, real quick, real quick. I got 4 live viewers, so that's alright. That's alright. We haven't fallen off completely. No, we still got some people. Still got some people. Okay, let me just do that. All right, we should be good now. Let me back to the screen. All right, so like I said, God speaks through people, and then it goes to you, and you just like He's trying to speak to you now, man. Like I said, if you're in this live right now, He's trying to speak to you through me, and that's just how it's working. You have to just open your eyes. I want to say open your, cause that's just weird, but you gotta actually like sit there and be like, okay, let me think. Why is this happening? Why is everything connecting so perfectly? Um, and it is connecting perfectly because God is doing it for you. He's helping you, man. I'm trying to see if I could pick this live up, man. I haven't been on YouTube for a while, so uh, that's why I'm all over the place right now, and I don't like it because I'm wasting time. I don't like wasting time. Sometimes I don't even like sleeping. Sometimes I don't like eating sometimes because it just takes away from what I want to do. I'd rather be. I want to help someone. While I could be, having that time lost. Um, but yeah, man, if you stumble across this video, whether it's right now or it's after, man, he's trying to speak to you through me. And just know that all the stress you're going through right now, maybe you're going through a breakup. Maybe like I thought she was the one. And that's far from the case because if she was the one, wouldn't she have tried to help you at least, or helped you mentally? Or you know what I mean? Um, or maybe let's say the breakup happened because maybe she has to move to do school or whatever, and you're a teenager or whatever. I mean, He works in mysterious ways. Whether you find another girl that's perfect, that's not perfect, but that's perfect in God's. Every girl's perfect. Everybody's perfect in God's eyes. Um, they just doing they just doing bad stuff, So um, everyone's God's child. Let me say not perfect, but everyone's God's child, man. But He made the world, and people are like, why would He make the world, bro? But it's pedophiles, whatever. Yeah, He made the world. Let's say I make uh okay, let's try to do it like this. It's not really a good example though, man. I'm just gonna say it though. I'm gonna say it makes make sense to someone out there. But let's say this: I'm playing a video game. I'm playing. Let's say I'm playing NBA 2K. You know, let's say I pick the Spurs, whatever, and I'm going against the Lakers. No, let's not do. Let's do the Warriors against the Sun. I'm not sure. I don't even know what teams are good right now, but just do you pick the best team in 2K, right? And you're facing the worst team in 2K. You have control over one person, really, but you gotta keep switching tabs. No, no, let's do this. No, let's do this. You're playing my career with the best team in NBA. You're at the finals. It's the game seven, and you you can only control one person. 'Cause that's how it is in my career, and in story mode, you can only control one person. and you expect your team to help you, but sometimes the team falls off. The team doesn't play as well, I guess you could say. And then they start doing bad things like doing fouls. They start doing causing fouls. Maybe they start causing injuries on the other team, or they start causing injuries on their own team. Maybe you get injured, you know? It's like I'm not sure if it's the right explanation, but like a domino. When the domino falls, the other ones fall too. Um, but sometimes just one stands or a couple of stay standing. Maybe it stops randomly. Um, I'm not sure that's a good example, but that's how I have explained it, I guess. But no, like for like try to think of it like as let's say if you create your own world, right? Or no, let's say there's like what's that game called? It's like a roller coaster game. You build your own roller coasters, whatever. You make your own world. Um, you make your own roller coaster game, right? You, but all these roller coasters, right? And you expect to have all your roller coasters working very well, but some of your roller coasters just fall off, but they just break. You know, maybe because somebody or maybe something in the electrical system just stops for some reason. You know, something like that. I don't know. I'm not a good explanation, but I'm getting better. I think I would like to say, but just think about like if you make try, if, let's say if you make your own world, right? Let's say you're playing The Sims. I give so many explanations. I just don't. I'm not a good explain. I have it in my head. I just don't know how to put it out. You know. Um. I guess okay. You say you're playing Sims. You have control over one family. But you have no control over what the other people do. I guess you could say. You're not really controlling people. I guess you could. You're making the world, but you can't really control the people. You're not really controlling the people because the purpose of the world, you have a certain purpose for your that project, certain purpose for that project, and sometimes that project doesn't work because maybe okay, maybe this is example will work. This is fun. This is fun. All right, you're doing a school project, right? Maybe you gotta make a couple slides or whatever, and your project is good and all that, and yeah, it comes to the final day of the presentation or a day before the presentation, and no, no. This is the exact date. The presentation is it's presentation day now. You got all your slides and everything. You got your project ready. You got your essay ready, but your computer crashes. When that crash happens, it you get your computer turned back on, but that there's a lot of problems with your computer because it crashed randomly or whatever. Something like that. And then everything just starts not working well because it's just just because some that one thing happened. Which I guess was Adam and Eve. I guess you could, yeah, it was Adam and Eve. Eve ate the apple. So think about it like that, I guess. I'm not sure if that was a good explanation. To be honest, let me check my work phone. Something happened. Okay, just weather. It's gonna be hot probably tomorrow. Um, it's been hot lately, man. And aliens, man. They said aliens are real, man. That's not just coming from me. It's coming from I think it's the government. I'm not sure, but it's out there now, man. Alien. They're saying. Well, they didn't say aliens. They said non-human, whatever non-human parts, body parts, I guess you could say. I think that's what they said. They didn't say aliens, because it's not aliens, man. It's demons. Demons are here, man. They've been here. So whether they were hiding underneath under the ocean or whatever, um, they're here now, man. The demons. Me stop saying demons are here. They've been here, and those aliens we've been depicting, from like movies and all that. That's how they're saying they look, you know. So, and that's based off of someone who saw or who studied a UFO crash, and then and it was under oath. You can't if you lie under oath, you go to jail or bad things happen. Something like that. That guy, you said under oath. So we'll see how that plans out, man. We may see some demons flying around, but I'm gonna rebuke him with the gospel, with God, with Jesus. We gotta start praying, man. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't been praying. Um, like we gotta start praying. I gotta start praying as a family, man, because a prayer is powerful, man. Prayer is powerful. Um, that's like maybe sometimes I speak. not from my exact situation, because sometimes I don't want to put someone else's information out there, man. Whether my brother did something that was powerful, but I'm not sure if he wants that out there, or my sister has something powerful, but she doesn't want that out there. Like even with my dad, usually like stuff like that, I try to make it little subliminal, because I don't like putting my information out there. I'm very strategic on how I put my information out there, because I don't want to be put in a bad picture. People could twist things very, very quickly and very, very badly, and it makes you look bad. And I'm not afraid to be looking back because I think I could hold my own. People in high school, they used to make fun of me because not make fun of me, but they used to be like, "Oh yeah, he's not he's trying to be a YouTuber, but he's not a YouTuber." So I mean, I took it, and then I was still their friend, and they were scared of me because I was a wrestler. But that's it. No, but like for real. But now it's like now they're congratulating me, man. It's kind of weird. Like they're like, "Oh wow, that's awesome! I'm happy you did your YouTube thing." I mean, sometimes you need that though. Sometimes those people are blessings. Those people who make fun of you because you have a YouTube channel, or those people make fun of you because you're doing something that no one else is doing, and it just makes no sense to them. Those people are blessings, man. Because sometimes those when that happens, you start to think, and you're like, "Oh no, we gotta prove them wrong." And that's how I felt my whole entire life. I feel like, nah, people can make fun of me too much. Let me show them. Let me show them why. Let me show them why I'm doing this. I always had a purpose with everything I did, and I've accomplished a lot. Whether it and it's not really, you can't really see the accomplishments I did. It's just mentally, physically, and it's not really what people actually think is the accomplishment. So um, but yeah, if you guys are in the live right now, let me know. I want to chat with you guys. Let's see. Well, we just give me a topic, and I can speak about it. Um, I know there's people here because I've been seeing the views going up. Let me see. But if y'all can hear me, let me know. I'm not sure if you guys can hear me. I think you can. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna log up like at 10 probably because gotta go to bed. I got like what's it, like 20 minutes maybe. Um, but yeah, man. I'm trying to do my YouTube thing again, man. I'm trying to vlog. Vlog is not really a trend, but I don't care. I feel like I want to vlog, so I'm gonna vlog. Whether What happens if I just start a trend of being a Christian vlogger, and the Christian vlogger is it's a trend, it's a famous thing to do now. So what if that happens, So I like to do things out of my heart, and I feel like every time I do things out of my heart and it's not a trend, it becomes a trend. Like even with this channel, I mean, no one was really posting stuff like this. I mean, and I'm starting to transition to a more original stuff because I know I made them posting like other stuff like from famous YouTubers. Um, but I'm transitioning to more original, like maybe me talking or somehow I'm still brainstorming. I've been brainstorming, man. I haven't been posting, but I've been brainstorming on this for this channel because I feel it. But I'm gonna start a trend again, and a lot of people you probably seen my TikTok before, and you didn't know it, because people use like TikTok, but they don't put the ad, and I don't care because it's not my original content, so I still wouldn't care as long as if I'm not being portrayed in a bad way, and that's it. As long as they're not bashing me, they're bad. If it's an atheist bashing me and disrespecting God, then it's an issue, And even if it's an issue, I'm still not gonna do nothing because God's gonna take care of him, So I don't really trip about people because God. I always say God got him. God's gonna show him whether however he's gonna do it, he's gonna do it, and he's gonna show him that he's real. Um, and yeah, that's all you got right now. That's all I got right now. Unless you guys uh know what I should be talking about now. But oh, keep talking about God. For sure. For sure. For sure. Man, God is amazing. You stop. No, no, God is amazing. No, don't stop. But God is amazing, man. I believe in Jesus. Not sure if you were in here, but I was talking about kind of how I became a believer in Christ. It wasn't like a immediate like like you know how people have these like little testimony, not little, but these big testimonies where like maybe they're in their room and just demons just start coming out of them. That didn't happen to me. It happened to me over time, and like I said before, I'm gonna say it. My pops, my dad, he was actually hospitalized. And it was a very bad accident. You know, he was working on his one of his trucks, and it's an old like Ford truck. It's a big heavy truck. This man, so it falls on his chest. This man picks it up with his own hands. Picks it up. All he can't move though. He's helpless. He can't move. But this ambulance comes by, and the way it is like the ambulance is like all goes to like a curve a little bit. It's like a little curve, like it's like a little circle, right? But my you can't really you can't really see unless you're really looking, you know. And they saw him somehow, and they took him in. I didn't know none of this was happening until like later on. Um, he actually was in a hospital, and then I didn't know. I was the last to know actually. I found out when I got to the hospital. When I got, they took me to the hospital. I was like, I forgot what they told me, but it wasn't nowhere near of how that situation was. I get to the hospital. My man, my pops is laying there. He's laying down on the bed, and he has on something on his nose. He has in his mouth because I think he's something with his he couldn't speak, whatever, something like that. And you know, I start crying because I never seen my dad. I don't want to see no one like that, man. I don't want to see you like that. And that's how you know, like in that bad situation, man. He had something that he couldn't speak. He had to write to me, man. He had to write, and he couldn't even see what he was writing because he had to be in a certain position. So he was like laying down like this, and he had to go like this. He couldn't even see what he was writing. He would be writing stuff, and I couldn't understand it, you know. And you know, we had to just kind of guess, and he would like, I think we like thumbs up, yeah, that's what I said. Um, but like I said, they brought me to the hospital, my brother, my sister, and I didn't know. I saw them crying, but I'm not. They said it was something else, whatever. They were crying, and then they brought me to the hospital, and then I found out right then and there, and then you know, and I still didn't believe in God right there. I still didn't believe like I wasn't an atheist, but I was like, I know like this is probably a God, but I'm gonna live my life basically. Um, and you know, it just like that. Even that moment didn't even make me believe in God, man, because I wasn't seeing the things that he wanted me to see. That he was pushing things in my face, in my vision, and I just kept brushing it away. I was like, let me just play my video games. You know, he showed me another thing. I was just, oh, let me just go on YouTube. Let me just watch some. Well, TikTok wasn't even out back then, I think. But let me just go on Instagram, whatever. No, I didn't care, man. Like now that I look back, I'm like, he showed me so many things, and I didn't really care. My friends were Christians, and they were my both of the friends that were Christian. They were my kind of like my best friends. Like I was like I felt comfortable around them, like to talk about them, about personal stuff, like mentally. And I didn't even know. Like, I knew they were Christian, but I don't know. It was just kind of weird. Like everything was in my face, and I just didn't look at it. Of like God was showing me, but I didn't want to accept it really, you know. And even back then, when I really didn't believe in Jesus, I was still defending it in a way because I was just reading I wrote essays in in like middle school, high school, and there would be some projects that we would talk about politics, and I will always bring God into it. And I would have mentioned Jesus, but it would be Christian value, it would be Christian actual like values and all that, you know. And it just shocked me. I read all the essays I wrote today because I found it in like on Google. But I was like, wow, I was just, like I was. I'm gonna tell you this too. I'm not sure if you know this, but I said it publicly before already. But I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do drugs. Never did, never will. And there's other thing that people make fun of people for. I'm a virgin. I'm a virgin. Sometimes my mouth just I'm like I don't know. I can't speak sometimes, but I'm a virgin. Um, I'm 22 and I'm a virgin. And back then, when I was like, was it like when I was like 16? I need to lose my virginity before like 18. You know, like people have been losing their virginity before the 16. But now that I came to Christ, I'm like, I like being a virgin, you know, because I'm waiting for that perfect that girl that God has for me. Whether it's in whether it's in a church and whatever the way he shows me, I'm waiting for it, and I'm at peace with myself right now. And even when I get stressed out, I'm still at peace in a way, you know, like I'm not how I was before, man. When let's say if my boss called me and I did something wrong, man, I'll be stressing out, so my heart would be beating so bad, man. I had anxiety, and ever since I actually came to Christ, everything's been so easier, man. It's been so easier. You know, like I can't even listen to sad music no more. Like when I try to get like this time, there was a time where I wanted to get sad, but I couldn't get sad. And usually when I get sad, I listen to sad music, and I couldn't listen to sad music. You know, because that sad music will keep me down. It'll keep pushing me down, and I would love that sadness. I was in love with being sad. I was in love with evil, I guess you could say. Um, and no, no, I'm not gonna lie. I think it was high school. I think it was high school, middle school, but it was. And if you watch UFC, Conor McGregor was popping off. He was winning every fight. He knocked out Jose Aldo in like a couple seconds, whatever, the fastest knockout I think. And I would look up to Conor McGregor, man. And back then, that Conor McGregor, he was like a what's it called, like a I guess like a worshiper, or he was a spiritual person, you know, and witchcraft. Um, and I would do that too, you know. I wouldn't do to the extent that as everyone else does it, like the little whole little candles around the room. But I wouldn't do it like that, but I would do it like in the middle of the room, and I would just close my eyes. I'll let the sun hit my face, and I would just breathe in and out. I'll do humming sounds, and I'll manifest. And it worked. Oh, it worked. But that manifestation is like the devil's gonna give it to you, but then God's gonna step in, and he's gonna show you right away. He's like, don't do it. Like you should never done it. You should never done that. You know, one example is I didn't pray because that was a Christian, but I had manifested that. I was like, I'm gonna get a job. So I'm gonna get a job in like 2 weeks, and I got a job in 2 weeks. You know, and I kept, you know, and just the way it happened was just like everything I wanted, I got it because I kept manifesting it. But then God kept showing me, he kept showing me, and then I never looked at it. And and yeah, I never. He kept showing me like, hey, don't do this. What if you believe in God but don't go to church? What can I do to connect myself more with God? I had that same question, man. I don't go to church. Well, I have a church to go to, but I don't go to church. And this, I want to get more closer to God. And then I feel like if you want to get more closer to God, or if you want to just surround yourself with people with the same views as you, there we go. Then you go to church. But you don't go to church, what can I do to connect myself more with God? Start start with the little things, man. Start with the little things. Start, I guess, being thankful, I guess, in a way. So start. This is what I did. I did this too because I wanted like let me get more with God, the connection. Start thanking God. Start no, start praying. Sorry, I'm all over the place, but start praying and don't really pray for. You can, but I don't really. For me, I don't really pray for certain things no more. And now I just pray like, "Hey God," and people pray different ways. There's no specific way to pray, and I didn't really know that till like recently. Um, you know, you'll see people saying certain words, and like, you know, they'll be like, whatever. But this is how I do it. Like, dear God, first off, I want to thank you for keeping me alive right now. You know, for thank you for, you know, that this evening for the morning that you gave me. Thankful that you woke me up this morning. You know, I start thanking him. I start thanking him in my beginning of my prayer, and at the end, I start saying, "Hey God, you know, I don't want nothing else. I don't want no money. I don't want no. I don't want no electronics, whatever. I just want you to show me. I want you to show me what you want me to do. I want you to show me. I want you to bring people into my life that will help me. You know, um, with connecting more with you. You know, and stuff like that. You know, pray and then thing. I'm sorry. I'm like in work mode. I'm like in God mode. Um, but like I'm like God, just show me, man. Just give me the strength and just give me an open mind because sometimes you show me things I don't understand until after. You know, sometimes that happens. I'm like this still happens to me. I'm like God, I just pray that you show me what you want me to do. Just show me what you have planned for me. And and then also I pray for that you just show me you just cover cover that screen off my eyes that keeps blocking the vision that you have for me. You know, because sometimes he has the vision for you. He has it for you. He's giving you something right now, man. But you gotta like take that cover off, that evil cover, I guess you could say. Okay, take off the evil cover, man, and then he's showing you some things. Whether it's a job, sometimes he be like, hey, take you may not like this job, but it's gonna lead you to something else, something like that. Um, and then so pray and then thank God. Like I'll be in my car sometimes, and I'll be like, thank you God, I could drive a car. Then you gotta have hands to write, to have a voice to speak. Some people don't have a voice to speak. Some people don't have eyes, and some people don't have these different things. There's so many things you can be thankful for. The little things you can be thankful for, man. I thank God that my parents they had nothing. I'm Mexican and I'm mixed. I'm Mexican and a Salvadorian. My mom's from El Salvador. My dad's from Mexico, and they both were not born here. They didn't meet each other here, but they both came here. Both they both came here. I'm not saying how how they came, but they came here, and it wasn't in the plane. They both came here, and somehow, some way, they met each other, and they made me and my brother, and my sister came along. Well, my sister came, but she was first, but what I'm trying to say. But somehow, I still have my brother. To be honest, without my brother, I'm gonna say this public. Without my brother, man, I do not know if I would believe in Jesus, man. I do not know. Maybe I would, because God obviously He's gonna keep showing you and showing you and showing you. But I seriously do not know. My brother, he was a Christian first, and he kept telling me. Obviously, he wouldn't be like believe in Jesus, repent. But just the way I have a connection with my brother, man. I don't know. There's a weird connection. It's like I know how he feels. I know, and he knows how I feel sometimes. And I don't know. There's certain people in your life that are there for a reason. And my brother, he's there. My sister, she's there for a reason. They all have something. My friends, whoever it is, my teachers, they're there for a reason. Whether you have a bad teacher, you learn from that bad teacher. You learn as a kid. You're like, I don't know, I don't want to be like that bad teacher or whatever, And you just grow up not to be like that. You know, you learn from everything. Everything you learn from everything. You learn from everything, man. But man, to be honest, I'm not perfect. Like I said, like I barely even read the Bible. I I listen to the Bible. Maybe not as much as I should, but I should be because there's time. Whether you think there's no time for God, there's time for God, man. Like me, I have a busy schedule to be honest, but that's no excuse. There's no way that's an excuse, man. Whether I'm about to go to bed, I could read like 5 minutes. I could be reading like 5 minutes or listening to 5 minutes of the Bible. Because I can't really. I could read. I could read. You know what? I can't really understand what I'm reading because I'm just not a reader. But I could listen. And yeah, like you could be 5 minutes, 2 minutes, however long it is. Man, there's some time to make for God. Whether you're playing a video game, why don't you play that video game with the volume all the way down and with the volume all the way up with the audiobook from the Bible. Um, but yeah, I don't go to church either, man. I uh I want to go to church every day, but I don't like saying that. Like I'm busy. Like I'm busy, but I don't like saying that because I work from 7 a.m. to like 3, and I go to school from like 5:30 to like 9. So I just got out of school really, and on the weekends I work my other part-time job, So I really have no time for really, but I do. There is time. There's always time, man. I could be listening to the Bible while I'm at work. Some people can't do that, but I could do that. I could listen to the Bible while I'm at work. I do that sometimes. Um, there's always time for God. Just make time for God. Listen to the Bible. Whether you're, and sometimes you can't understand the Bible because it's the King James version, and that's the good version. But just I think I listen to the New King James version, which is more simpler, I guess. For me, it's simpler. But yeah, just read it. Where you read whatever they say, read whatever version of the Bible, and then it will all start connecting. Really, that's what they say. But I'm not perfect, and I realized this too. I talked to my one of my friends. He's a Christian. He's like a very hardcore Christian. Yeah, he's a very hardcore Christian, and it's on his channel. If you might have seen, I think it's speaking with my friend, something like that. But his name's Marvin Lazo. Shout out to him. He actually like I thought he was perfect because ever since he was in high school, ever since he was a kid, he went to church, And I asked him, I was like how come I can't read the Bible like you do, man? How come I can't understand it like you do? Because how come I want to read the Bible every day, but I thought he read the Bible every day, and he said, "No, man. Like even the people up there like that, like obviously the pastor, they read it like it's their life. But a lot of people like you think they're hardcore Christians, but they don't really read. They read the Bible. Don't get me wrong, but they don't. They're not really. They're like me, man. They're like us. Like it's hard. It's just like it's the devil. The devil doesn't want you to read the Bible, man, and I feel it. 'Cause sometimes I'm like, let's say I plan for tomorrow. I plan like I'm gonna read the Bible tomorrow, and when it comes time for me to read that Bible, something just he doesn't want me to do it. But you gotta think about it like this: if the devil wants you to lose, um, I'm not sure I'm going to this, but no, if the devil wants you, the devil doesn't want you to read the Bible, right? Let's get that one battle out the way. Let's get that one battle. Let's get that one battle out the way. The devil doesn't want to read it. Read the Bible, man. Just pick it up. Let's pick it up right now. Got the Bible right here. I got a couple Bibles to be honest, but this is the King James. This is the one I bought. I didn't know nothing about the Bibles. I just bought this because I was like, let me get a Bible. I need a Bible, and I don't understand it, but I have it. I'll understand it one day. But let's read it. Let's read a whole page. I just opened a random page. Just read it. I'm doing it because the devil doesn't want me to read it. That's how it should be. Like if you had that feeling, like I didn't want to read it, but grab it, man. Like let's get that one battle out the way. All right, let's see where do we start? And behold, there came a great wind from the wilderness and smote the four corners of the house, and it fell upon the young men, and they are dead. And I only am, and okay, I can't read right now. And I only am escaped alone to tell thee. Like to be honest, I did not know what that ever said. That's because it's the King James version, but I read the Bible. I'm putting effort into it. And it's work in progress. But I do have other Bible that I understand, but I'm not sure where it is. Um, but I usually listen to it. You get the idea. Like if you feel like you don't want to do it, man, do it. Pick it up. Like there's been some moments in your life where like you don't sometimes like you don't feel like doing it, but you just do it because because you have to. Like you had to go to work, right? Because of what? Because money, right? To provide for your kids or whatever, or for your family. So you do it, and it becomes a routine. Make the Bible reading the Bible a routine. Make listening to the Bible a routine. I'm talking to myself too right now, man. Um, do it, man. Just do it. Just do it. Like this, like the what's his name thing, Shia LaBeouf. Just do it, man. That's true. Just do it. And Shia LaBeouf, I think I'm not sure if he's a Christian or if he was a Christian, but um, just do it. That's all you gotta do is just do it. But to be honest, I have to log off. To be honest, I want to come back. I'm gonna come back on maybe probably tomorrow. Might not be in this room. It's probably gonna be I'm gonna go to my brother's house or my sister's house, and I might do a live stream over there, maybe around the same time. But I'm gonna do it longer though, because I just have to go to work tomorrow. I gotta wake up early. I gotta wake up like at 5 a.m. And my day's gonna end probably like around like 9. But you gotta work hard here, because once you get to heaven, all that hard work is gonna pay off, man. You have peace. You gonna have all. You gonna have. Ooh, it's gonna be beautiful up in heaven, man. It's gonna be beautiful. And God is coming soon, man. Like I'm not sure if you heard. I think you heard this, but God is coming soon. They just said that they found non-human body parts on a UFO crash. They were investigating it. They found non-UFO, non-human body parts. They didn't say aliens, but they said non-human. It was non-human. Why come on? Why didn't it say aliens, man? Oh yeah, let's pray for the people in the live, man. And like I said, I'm like to pray. You don't gotta say certain like it's just talk. Just talk to God. And that's all it is. Let's do it. Let's pray. Dear Heavenly Father, I'd like to thank you for this uh, beautiful live stream that you brought me to. To be honest, I did not even plan to do this live stream. To be honest, I didn't even know I was, like I said, I didn't know I was gonna be here. I did not know that. You know, I just, I just hope that the words I said, maybe my story, my testimony, I just pray that it touched someone out there, and I hope it just still continues to touch someone out there. And I pray that people who are suffering right now, whether they're trying to provide for their family right now, and they're just living day by day, paycheck by paycheck, I pray that you show them the way. I pray that you take off that evilness, take off that evil screen off of their eyes, and let them see what you're trying to show them. You're trying to show them the truth, the way, the life. Um, I just pray that you unveil, you take that evilness, you take that veil off of them. Um, show them peace. Show them who you are. And like I said, anybody who's suffering out there, anybody. There's more people suffering than I am. I mean, than a regular person. There's more people suffering, man. Just show them the way. Show them, fill them with your heart, fill them with your happiness, fill them with everything. And I pray that everybody goes to sleep um very well today. Uh, very good. So hope everybody has a good sleep. Hopefully everybody wakes up tomorrow morning. I pray that everybody gets healthy. I pray everybody, you know, they they uh they know you. I pray that they know you, because knowing you is way better than anything in the world, any money, any atoms, anything. It's better. It's better than words can describe. Thank you. Amen. There you go, man. I mean, it's like I said, it's not about how you say it. It's not about certain ways you say it. It's just talk. That's all you gotta do is just talk, man. You know, like I said, I truly hope everybody finds God, man. I truly hope you find the true, like the way it feels. If you're wondering how it feels like nothing can stop you. Nothing, not even whether you lose $20, whatever. That's not even gonna bring me down. Or if you lose, let's say, I just want to say something like you know what I'm saying. Like if you lose your phone. If I lose my phone right now, I'm gonna be mad for like a split second. But then I'm like, this situation's gonna fix itself. God's gonna fix this. And there's so many times where I lost something, where I lost $20, and maybe my dad gave me $20 and I lost it. I'm like, it hurts. I want to be mad. I want to cry. I want to punch or whatever. Or you failed a test. Like that was my only chance. But you gotta move on, man. Those failures in life, they make you who you are. They make you stronger, man. And that failure is just gonna be like it's gonna be laughable, man. I'm telling you, it's gonna be laughable. It's like nothing should bother you no more, man. Nothing should bother you, man. Whether Nothing should bother you, man. Like, cause it happened. You can't go back. You can't. Now you just gotta keep going, and man, be with God, be right with Jesus. And it's just there's no point of like let's say if like a kid loses his or breaks his PlayStation, man. I think as a kid, I'll be mad. I'll be crying for like a whole year, maybe. For I don't know how long, but eventually that's gonna go away, man. You're gonna laugh at it, man. So many things I broke of my brother, and I felt so bad. And obviously, I say sorry, but it's it gets repaired over time, or like it just fixes itself. There's no point of stressing out. So I get rid of that right away. Within a couple of seconds, I'm like, lost $20. Could use that $20 to buy this, but it happened. So can go back. I'm just gonna pray to God that um, everything just goes together. Just those like how many times I've been stressed out about stuff, but it just eventually just fixes itself. And same for you. You're still you're on the life. You're watching this. You know, you think about the times that you've been struggling. You're probably struggling right now, but it's gonna fix itself. I promise you, man. I pray that you see this. I pray that God shows you the way, man. God, man, He got you, man. He got you. He got you. God always got you. He always do. He got you since day one. Jesus. He's day one, man. He's day one. No, but for real, thank you for joining the live. I'm not sure how many people were in here, but I want to thank you. I want to thank shout out to Nixon Velasquez. I'm trying to get better at this, man. I'm not really a talker, really, to be honest, but hopefully I did well. Hopefully I touched some people out there, man. Hopefully I touched you, man. Hopefully you got something from this. But I'm about to sign off. I'll probably be back tomorrow. I'm gonna see. Um, I want to be back tomorrow. I want to talk more. But thank you, man. Um, I don't know. I think that's it. All right. God bless everyone. Amen, man. Amen. Jesus.